Hey traders, this is day two of my morning brief. I just started doing these. We've been doing them in a room for a few weeks now, and we're getting recording them now. And so basically, just gonna give you a rundown real quick what I'm seeing here in the markets. And so basically, obviously, one hell of a bid in equities in the overnight session. So guess what? We're us traders on. If you didn't have long positions for the overnight, you are pretty much screwed going into tomorrow's session. Really missing out on some major upside action here, especially in the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq's doing the catch up tonight, and so and they brought semis down right there into the close, giving us a possible gap down signal. So what can you do? So that's the way it is. So 200 points up on the Nasdaq in the overnight session. So things that I'm looking at here, we have the 30-year. That's your ZBs. We had the auction today. It's even a smaller auction than we had with the ZNs. It's likely to be a non-event, a good auction. I had mentioned to the guys in the room. I'm expecting 159.13 to backtest today. So that is the thesis I'm putting out there. As you can see, we put in a lower volume profile. We're on the I come over here. We didn't do the same thing here on the. See, I can't see it very well. 1 second here. We put sideways volume profile down here. See, we had volume here and volume here. I need to change my colors on my thing. I'll do that for the next video, where you can see the volume profiles, have them pop out with red. And but we had a lower one because the 30-year was catching selling off harder, and so we're basically coming back up here, and we're going to have horizontal volume profile, in my opinion. But yeah, it's the first one. We're getting above that 200 SMA for the first time here in the past hour here, and I do think we're going to keep a bid up in this area into that auction today. Okay. Okay, so things I'm looking at here on our spiders. I had mentioned to the guys in the room right there at the close, we were running into this consolidation area near the all-time highs. See, we had this head and shoulders formation right here, and this happened. Believe it or not, this happened on a holiday. This was President's Day, so we were off, and they bid this up, and they kept that up there during President's Day, and the very next day we came crashing down. So I called that as a potential top at the time, and well, it's been holding in there for quite a while now. But at any rate, this is a 61.8 on the upper line there at 61.8 fib of this channel. 1 second here, I got an audio working here in the background. Sorry about that. But at any rate, I was mentioning in the guys in the room us coming up to that, and then we had there into the close a rejection of that zone. As a potential, up. We were up coming into this zone, and we got a strong rejection into the close. So this, I was mentioning, this could be a reversal coming into today's action. So I was actually thinking we were going to be down in this area, trading down in here coming into today. But wouldn't you know it, they come in, they're bidding it up like a beast here, and keeping a bid under the markets. So that is what it is. So so basically now we have to go assume we're going to be all the way up here to the these prior highs today. So we're probably going to keep a bid all the way up here to the 393.33 area, if not higher, today, and we're going to be back testing this. But like I said, this inventory up here, it immediately got rejected right out of the gate there. That when we came back from President's Day. So I mean, breaking out of here, this zone right here, this is the most important thing. Us getting prices accepted above this red line, in my opinion, going forward into today's session. Okay, I fixed that volume profile so we can see it a little bit better here. So basically, we see this volume void here. So basically, once prices came down, this we were up in this up. This is upper distribution, and this is our lower distribution down here. And so basically, even though we got this little rally here, we're still not above this volume noid and this prior VPOC, volume point of control. Okay, so I do want to point that out going forward into today's session. It really looks like we're going to, but I mean, the price action on Qs yesterday was horrible. So I can't say for sure that's going to be the case, but it is quite constructive what we're seeing here in the after-hour session. It's something decent to build off of in today's session, but it does look like, in my opinion, we're going to be coming up to this green line, the 325.32 potential today in this market or on the Nasdaq. And I also want to point out up here, Nasdaq has really been damaged, but 332.50. This is an untested volume point of control, and so basically we've tested every one of them. So this is our next logical in a bullish tape. This would be our next logical target to the upside. But like I said, tech has dramatically been underperforming the past couple of days. So we would have to start seeing rotation in Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Google. We'd have to have the monsters of tech catching a bid coming into today's session to justify a move of this magnitude, in my opinion. Okay. So just keep that in mind if you go out in the daily here, monthly webs. See, that's another untested VPOC, the 332.70 area on the monthly webs. So that puts us right up here near all-time highs in that scenario. So it's looking constructive. It looks like we're going to be opening right here inside of value area low. What's 315? So we're still not even back into last month's 70% of inventory. So we are having a nice little bounce here, but this represents 70% of last month's inventory. And so we got to actually get prices accepting above 318. And even early in this session, we've had a real nice little short squeeze. We are not back in to last month's inventory. So I do want to point that out. We have a low volume node on the monthly right here as well, and that corresponds with my green line. So that looks like a major resistance for today, the 325.34 area. It's going to be quite difficult to get through that, in my opinion. Okay, I had an idea yesterday. It was possibly short IWM and long Qs, and the setup never presented itself. I was looking for the setup. I didn't really specify that at the opening end of my video. I was looking for the setup around the auction, at or around the auction time as 1 o'clock yesterday, and it was a really good auction. I mean, they actually got 1.125% on those 10 years. So they actually got a fairly low yield on that auction yesterday. So that's exactly what the Fed needs to keep pumping out all this debt. And so basically, we're still seeing continued strength here and a little bit of bullish print here in IWM going into today's session. I do want to point out here, we really don't have, at this point, you're up here, see you're above these volume profiles now. Yesterday was the one of the few days that we were actually accepting prices up at these higher levels. See, we got rejected here, overnight rejected. Okay, this has actually been the zone right through here where you start initiating shorts. That has proven to be the case. This is your short initiation zone until proven otherwise, in my opinion. So we're going into today in that scenario. I do want to point that out. We got up here this green line to 230 area. So it looks like to me 230 could be a short going into today's session. Okay, I'm going to look at XLF in two different ways here, but I have to take one channel off and then add the other here in between the video. So basically, what we got going on right here, we have a upper channel going on. Base, I went maximum for what Thinkorswim offers that thing, and we have this upward channel, and we're breaking out above that upper channel right here, right now, on our XLF. So I do want to point that out. We have a parabolic breakout potential here, setting up from any type of sort of normalcy trends in our financials. Okay, this is your secondary way of looking at it on our financials. This is our primary uptrend, and basically the overbought areas on that trend have tended to revert back lower. We do have a yearly resistance right here with this red line. That's MarketWeb's yearly resistance area. We are trying to push out, as of yesterday, we were trying to push out of it a little bit above it. It looks like in the pre-market here, we're not getting, I got another 6 minutes before the pre-market opens here. But as you can see here, we are right above that trend line as of yesterday's session. So we want to keep this one on watch going forward here. I think we're in a topping phase here for our financials. So just definitely keep that on watch here. I don't think we're going to have that strong move upward here. Here's another one I wanted to look at. This is CRE. This is your regional banks. They are largely on the NASDAQ, and they're also on the Russell. These are your regional banks. And I want to point out here, we have a trend line multiple top on our regional banks into some major yearly resistance on the market webs as well. So I do want to point that out using my dual indicators here. And so I want to go down on some lower time frames. You see what's going on here. That was our trend line. This is also a resistance zone. So you're getting dual resistance scenarios here for your regional banks as well going into today's session. So this is actually, in my opinion, it's already sold here once. It could still be a sell point for our regional banks going into today's session. Okay. Another one I wanted to point out here. Let's go out on the 20-year. Okay. See, we got this major uptrend. We are right into that trend, and I want to point this out. What we're seeing right here on Goldman Sachs, we pushed out above that trend line as of close yesterday. And here the markets are gapping up again today. So I do want to point that out. That is a major, a long-term weekly resistance line that we're pushing out above right here, right now. Trend lines may not mean a lot because of all the extra money being pumped into the system. So what traditional technical analysis would suggest in a finite amount of capital, the technical analysis may not hold true going forward. So I do want to point that out. But, this is a few things I'm looking at here. At Goldman Sachs, on the 1 hour, you can tell that it's trying to break out above that very significant resistance. And we did have some heavy volume on Goldman Sachs options into the last 10 minutes close yesterday. So that did alert me, suggesting that maybe people are getting a little bit nervous holding their positions above this trend line going into today's session. So I don't know if they were accumulating for another major move higher or not, but there was some significant option action yesterday afternoon. Okay, I got two channels right here. I'm going to leave them on there. This channel acted as resistance and a failed high last time. Now this time we're further inside that channel. Very bullish action hitting the financials, of course. And what I'm saying, we may be going all the way to channel high, in my opinion, going forward here on JP Morgan. So I do want to mention that one there. This is another one. If you're going with the pink channel, we are overbought here on, where we're heading outside of this major long-term channel on our JP Morgan just on this time frame. Not to mention the one from damn near 20 years ago. So I mean, you know, this is just completely and total ridiculous. Uh, what's going on with the financials, but you know, it is what it is until it isn't. So it does to me look more and more like we are uh, at or near a significant top in these financials, in my opinion. Okay. Bank of America. This one here is not quite as telling. You didn't, at least you're not near running to those all-time highs here on Bank of America. But so I'm just keeping this one on watch here, thinking we still got some fuel in the gas tank, in my opinion, on Bank of America, possibly, assuming you know. So yeah, I could see us running to the channel high here really easily tomorrow, later today. I mean, for this Bank of America, and that's that's what I'm looking. We had to break down right there, so that's why I drew that sideways channel, thinking that we're going to come back up here and test that probably today. Um, so we'll just keep that one on watch here. Okay. And then the last one, City's really underperforming them all. As you can see, City got devastated with the 2008 crash. Has never really recovered in that regards. If I go in here and I zoom in here, we do have a gap right above us today. And right here, right now, it's not really showing any signs. We just had turned 4 o'clock in the morning. So it's still early here, but we do have a gap here likely to be filled here pre-market, and we're probably going to that 2020 open today, possibly. If well, I don't know. It's still a ways away. 73 to 79. No, but I can see us filling that gap today if with the markets being up the way they are today. Okay. Oracle had great earnings and guidance after hours, and they doing another major share buyback. So obviously, this market's not uh, slowing them down one bit. AMC, which has been a darling of traders for a while now, it just came in line. So nothing major. They said 65% of their theaters were open now. So we'll see what happens today in today's session. It's up about $1 on the earnings in the after hours session. Okay. Um, wait a minute here. I'm on the wrong time frame. Sorry. Oracle might have been down. I gotta look here real quick. Yeah. Okay. AMC's up. Let me double check Oracle. Oh, Oracle's down. I'm sorry. I apologize. Oracle's down. And they were doing buybacks and really good earnings, but I guess they weren't good enough. So, okay, I'm sorry about that, guys. CLDR, Cloudera, they sold it off on earnings. BMBL, Bumble, really don't know what it's about too much. They had a nice little earnings. They're up. Really had strong earnings from Bumble. Okay. And then today we have JD reporting. So far, they're gapping up. I don't know if the earnings are out yet or not, but JD's having a nice little gap up today. GoGo is reporting today. Uh, no, it doesn't look like they're out yet. And then we had we do have Biden at 8 p.m. tonight. He's having a I finally got your stimulus press conference bull crap. So they're going to take regular TV off tonight for that. And then J.P. Morgan announced that they are going to offer crypto notes based off of some of the more crypto sensitive stocks. So basically, they're offering a derivative of a derivative. Basically, we're starting with crypto what they did with the housing market type crap. So, I mean, maybe not directly, but whenever you start doing derivatives of derivatives, my eyebrows start twitching a little bit, and that's pretty much what I'm thinking here. We're just they're trying to find performance anywhere they possibly can get it, and to create notes of a derivative, I like crypto. I'm just shaking my head. Okay, well that's all I got to say, guys. I was going to have it 10 minutes, and guess what happened? Yeah, that figures. Thanks a lot for watching the video. Like it if you like it. leave comments if you guys can think of anything that I missed, or if things I need to be corrected, be sure and let me know about it. And we're all here to learn together. And yeah, I was right about what was going on with the treasuries yesterday, but there were some other things I wasn't so right about. But I had a really good day yesterday, so I mean that's all that really matters in the end. So thanks a lot, guys, and be more than welcome to write me if you have any questions.